And welcome to Alt Leveling. This is a new podcast, both audio and video, that I'm starting to kind of help others who are afflicted with the same addiction that I have, and that is the addiction of alcoholism, or alcoholicism. And that is the affliction in which, no matter how much we love World of Warcraft, what we love even more is creating mountains and mountains of alts. Now, I have found through my leveling of alts that there are certain tips and tricks that could really help other altaholics, and I'm hoping that through this YouTube channel, audio podcasts, and video podcasts that I can really help everyone level and make the leveling experience as fun as possible. Again, I'm not going to show anything that's just going to completely obliterate the joy that we have for leveling, but just some helpful tips along the way. Now, I'd love to do every spec of every class, but obviously I have a full-time job and I'm not going to be able to do that. But I will try to do as much as I can, and definitely with dual specs it will help along the way. I'm going to try to do a video for every major landmark in leveling, such as leveling 10, where you get to choose your talent trees. Level 15 when you first start with Dungeon Finder and what that looks like for each spec, and so on and so forth as you level through the class. Now, the first class I'm going to be choosing is a Shaman class, and I've been having some fun with it recently. It's definitely one of the ones that I stayed away from because I was worried of the complexity. I had never even gotten past level 20, but recently I've got my Shaman up past level 40, and I really think I'm going to continue him to level 85. I say that with every character, but I feel good about this one. I currently have one level 82 character, and that is my Warlock. Again, since Cataclysm has come out, I kind of took a break, and then of course I created about 10 Worgen and 10 Goblin just to... whether it was using different servers for different friends in real life that I wanted to play with in WoW, or just trying to experience every class with the new racial class combinations and finding out which one I liked the most. And I have to be honest, the jury's still out. I don't know which one I like the most, but I'm hoping, at least with this podcast and series of videos, that I can put a purpose to my addiction of leveling. So again, I'm going to try to choose which class I want. Again, I'm kind of set here on Shaman. I don't know what's going to come next. But now I need to choose a race. So you can see right off the bat, I have the Dwarf race selected for my Shaman. And this is new in Cataclysm, that Dwarves can be Shamans. Currently, only one race on the Alliance side could be a Shaman, and that was the Draenei, which were unlocked when you purchase the Burning Crusade. Now again, I only have about a dozen friends in real life who play World of Warcraft, so some of my pronunciations of names, spells, classes, races might be a little off. Draenei, I don't know, space goats, whatever you want to call them. So your two options, if you want to go Alliance side for a Shaman, would be the Dwarves or the Draenei. And of course you get this cool animation with their totems in the background. And I think that's one thing that I love a lot about the Shaman class is the variants in totems. It's really cool. On the Horde side, you have quite a few options. Pretty much every race but two of them can be a Shaman. So starting first on the Horde side, we have an Orc Shaman. Okay, a Tauren Shaman, yep. Troll, and finally the new race, a Goblin Shaman, which goblins, I mean, pretty much anything the goblins do are the coolest. And you can see that here with their totems. I mean, that's pretty much the coolest and most detailed totem in the game. For my purposes, I think I'm going to go ahead and, well, again, this is where the alcoholism starts to come into place. I honestly don't know which race I'm going to pick. I know I'm going to go Horde because I have friends on this server who have a good... Like the face and the blue body looks good. Sounds... the new random names, they seem to... in eliminating anything that already exists, and the names seem to like. Okay, so you'll notice I have two characters here. The Shaman I just created and my bank alt. In my next video, I will talk about setting up a bank alt. Again, this isn't a gold guide, but really, as you become an altaholic and you level, you're going to find that you need to buy things over and over, like bags, mounts, training, better mounts, your dual spec. And I've never had to grind for gold or beg for gold, or even have someone send me gold, because I've just done the little things along the way to ensure that I'm constantly going to have the gold as I level. Now, I'm going to stop the video for now before I log into my Shaman, because I have a lot of unnecessary add-ons that we don't need right away, and I don't want to crowd the screen with all my add-ons and their setups and things like that. So I'll stop the video for now, and I will join you in a little bit.